Back to our Fair Market Animals. This is Fair Market Animals 2019 video 6. This is where we left off in video 5. We had done a bunch of calculations, learned how to calculate a total utilizing a sum formula or a sum function, and then going into the point mode and selecting all the information that we wanted to add up. And in a similar fashion, we went through and calculated an average and then a median average, and we learned that the difference between the mean average and the median average is that the median is exactly the middle point where half the values are above and half the values are below this central value. In this case, for sale price, the middle value was $1,536, and then we noticed that the mean value was $1,572.50, and it was a little bit higher because of some of these outlying values that are higher than the rest of the group. $22, $21. Most of the values are somewhere around 12 to 9, but there's a few of them that are really up high, 22, 21. And in fact, we also learned how to calculate the maximum value by using the max function that reveals the largest number in the group. And there's that $22 right there. And then the minimum price for sheep at the fair this year was $8 a pound. And so then we did that also for these other categories, for the commission amount and then the net amount received by the exhibitor. So next up, what we want to do is go ahead and learn how to sort this information by specific columns. And so before we do that, though, let's make sure that we have a copy. We did make up a backup copy, I believe, there back in video 4, but we're going to go through and do a sort copy. And so we want to make sure, of course, that your work is saved. And then what I'm going to do is come here to my market lambs. I'm going to move or copy, and then I want to create a copy. And then I'm going to click in there and rename it. And I'm going to rename that Market Lambs 2019, but this time I want to call it a sort copy. S-O-R-T, sort. So I went through that a little quickly. It was some review, but just pause it, play it over, or ask me as I'm walking about the classroom. And so now we have a sort copy that we can work on. That way, if we make a mistake or really ruin this worksheet, at least we can go back and do it again. So because we are going to make some changes that could potentially cause some problems. So just want to be careful and pay attention. So what we want to do is we're going to go through and we're going to sort this information. Right now it's just all over the place as far as how these rows are organized. And what we can do is we can sort it based on price paid per pound, sale price, commission amount, or net amount. We could sort it by any of these things. We could actually sort it by show number too. In fact, maybe that's what we'll do first, is sort it by show number and put it in a numerical sequence here. And what we can do is we can do it from the smallest number to the largest number, or from the largest to the smallest. We'll do it both ways so that we get some practice. Step number 1 is to select the information. I'm going to start in A6 and select the table that contains our data. Notice I am not including our totals. Do not include the totals. Just from show number 6, entry number 6 to entry number 5. Just the data. That's all you want to select. I'll do that again. That's critical. Just this information here. Next up, we need to go to our main tabs or our main menu and look for data. Right here. Select data. And then looking here on the ribbon, we want to go to sort and filter. Look for the sort and filter group. Here it is. And click on sort. And then our sort window pops up. And we need to make some decisions here. So it's going to ask us, what column do you want to sort by? Well, we're going to start with show number. Drop box. There it is, show number. Sort on the values. We want to sort on the values. we want to go from the smallest to the largest. So we could change that, largest to smallest, and we can practice that. But let's go ahead and go from smallest to largest. And we're going to click OK. Alright, so now you see that show number 1 started first and sorted the data. Now, the reason why it worked is because we had selected everything. It didn't just sort column number 1. It brought all this information with it. Very important. Otherwise, we'll have a mess. So you got to make sure that you always make sure you select everything so that all the information associated with exhibitor number 1 comes along with it. And so on and so forth for all these exhibitors. So now, instantly, you can see that it's just a little bit easier to understand and to read. So if we were looking for somebody in particular, like if I were to ask you a question like, what was the net amount for exhibitor 286, it'd be very easy just to come down the list and find 286, and there it is right there. Now, it may be that we want to take a look at this and sort the animals by something else, such as weight. Well, let's try that. Let's see if we can sort by weight from the lightest animal to the heaviest animal. Once again, select, sort, change the sort by column. Let's go to weight, sort on the values, smallest to largest, click OK. And there you see it. There's our lightest lamb, was 105 pounds, the heaviest 155 pounds. Did the lightest lamb make the least amount of money? Let's take a look and see. 1,085? Nope. Turns out that this lamb here that weighed 113 pounds. And then we could look at this and say, did it pay off to have a heavier lamb at the sale price? Kind of looks like it did, doesn't it? So even if you look at the price per pound, here's a 155-pound lamb, 9 pounds, still made quite a bit more money than this lamb that was for $9 a pound, because it was light. Let's do one more sort for practice. Sort it by the net amount. Select the information, sort by net amount, smallest to largest, click OK. And there we have it. Entry number 290 received the lowest amount, and entry number 6 received the top amount, $2,936. So that's how you sort. So for your assignment, what you need to show me when I come by to look at it to show that you've completed video number 6 is go ahead and do a sort based on the commission amount. And then have me come by and take a look at that, and that will conclude video number 6 for Fair Market Animals 2019.